Well, let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you for coming and hanging out, and we're continuing to expand our way through Endwalker. I'm Jake Kelton, and it's the end of the world. The world is ending. Emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. The whole world has come to an end. And yeah, so the big challenge is going to be we have to save the world while everyone else is trying to potentially leave the world or stay and not get turned into monsters of hopelessness. That's what in my head I call them, the monsters of hopelessness. Because when you lose all hope, you become a monster. And that's what's happened. So let's get back into it. Greetings, honored scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency, the Satrap. Brave scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Should be reading it in the dragon's voice. Brave scions. Alas, matters here at Megahuta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast. Not the food again. Well, actually, to be fair, the last like 3 times we've eaten, things have gone pretty okay. So maybe this time it'll be all right. All right, I still have trauma from ARR to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. I was wondering, we actually were pretty low on eggs. You're going to have to go buy some more eggs soon, but the feast will hold us over, I guess. Such are the words of Master Vitra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at the Marines Mahane. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. And you, in particular, Jake Kelton. There is someone we had hoped to introduce you to in particular. While I'm loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? Do we get to see Ashtola's dad again? A personal invitation. Knowing full well your service are in the highest demand right now, this must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time that you need. Hi, Karinika Green. Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetherite Plaza. I shall go on ahead. I love the cute little waves. That's awesome. And they chaotic Lalas. Who let all these Lala children run around? Gonna get squished by one of these meteors eventually. I was thinking about it, and I was like, we don't see much stuff actually like hitting the ground, so it must just be burning up in the atmosphere. But where is all of that stuff coming, right? Meteors come from space. This is just coming from the atmosphere. At least when we were on the moon, we didn't see anything, so. Lavava got a new hairstyle, or Karinika got a new hairstyle? Oh, it is, with the little black tips. That's cool. I think that, like, earrings on Viera look so much better than most other species. The weather is raining cats and dogs, right? Oh, Apocalypse, that's right. We did see that briefly before, but I forgot about it. Wait, where's the weather lady? There's always a weather lady in these areas that you can talk to. And, whoa! Look at this bow. It's so shiny. It's so shiny. Definitely don't have any bow jealousy. Nope, not at all. Harsh, don't look over there, all right? We're not getting distracted. We never get distracted at these streams, never. If we find the weather lady, we're gonna talk to her and see what she has to say about this weather. Access to the Aetherite you see there has been restricted for a select few ever since the tower first appeared. Oh, restricted to a select few. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aetherite before proceeding along the corridor. We already did, but thank you. I appreciate it. Kind of went ahead. We do what we want here. We the warrior of light. We do whatever we want. You must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Razat Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Oh, in here. Oh, there's a door we can go through? Oh, fancy. I guess we haven't been over here. We came over here and attuned to the Aethernet, because we've got all the Aethernets, I'm pretty sure. Now you got me thinking. Yeah, we got all of them. There's no airship landing here, is there? Harsh! You're worse than the Lalas dancing on the table. Gridanian delegate. Oh, this is really cool. Uldon delegate in the blue. Alamegan delegate. Doman delegate. Check that out. Look at that armor. You look legit. Shirabat with your fancy high definition gear. Ishgardian delegate. This is so sick. Wait, hold on. We probably should be chatting with all of them real quick. Jake, we've been waiting for you. Oh, yeah, much to say. Wait, I know you. But forgive me. Idle chatter can wait. Well, look who we have here. What of your deeds at Razat Han has reached the Sultanate, you know? Well, good. I hope Nanamo's doing well. The Liberator of Alamigo is always a welcome sight. If I can be of service in any way, just ask. To think I would meet a Doman savior here, in this distant land. Aw, they're all so nice. Oh, what? Oh, Jake Kelton! Ishgard remembers. Let there be no doubt. The Fury favors us this day, and we may stand in the presence of a true hero. No, I couldn't save everyone. So you're the one I've heard so much about. All right, let's get this party started. We got a feast to jump to. Oh, there is an airship landing. We just can't use it. Welcome to the Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Jake Kelton, eh? I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You have the look of the one who's walked through hell. Shirabat, please. You're speaking to the satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. Can't you show a modicum of respect? I mean, I didn't mind it. It's true. Especially last stream. That gear is good looking. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Is that gear locked also behind a certain series of warlike Call of Duty quests? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen. It is a pleasure to have you with us, oh great champion of Eorzea, scion of the 7th Dawn, warrior of light, and all-around good egg, I'm sure. Oh, she got mismatching eyes? That's always cool. This talks of eggs reminds me I'm late for dinner. I don't know, is it an insult to ask who are you? Or is it, and you are... What is this place? Yeah, I'm just gonna ask who are you? It might be an insult, but I am curious. You know, well, tell me about yourself. A fool with too many scars and knees that ache in the winter. The name's Shirabat, and I attend to business here. As for what sort of business, how can I put it? Razat Han welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? Oh yeah, we ran around. It was awesome to meet everyone. We have representatives from Doma, Yagiri, Uldon, and Alamigo. Oh, her hair's cool too, with the bandana. Limsa Lominsa. Oh, sorry, I was just drawing, all right? I was doodling. Gridania. Twin Adder. And last but never the least, Ishgard. They're the eyes and ears and mouths that bridge the distance between Razat Han and their respective homelands. I don't think we're supposed to recognize him, but maybe we are. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. You wouldn't know it, but all their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a man in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Her hair's super, super cool. I like the color of like the gold and red. I thank you for your report. The conditions under which men are turned into beasts, the etheric anomalies you've observed, you've given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. It is contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnir reached the Grand Company of Eorzea, our far eastern allies, our leaders knew at once the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvos. For now. Alas, that is of little comfort. Aye, All throughout Allied lands, there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. Oh, so people have been turning into beasts elsewhere, but the red skies has only happened here. Because I keep wondering, like, what happened to all those other people that were smoking? That's why you shouldn't smoke. It's extremely unhealthy for you, and you turn into a beast. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Khazal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone, anywhere, overcome by despair, can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? The Blasphemies. Here at Razat Han, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, Blasphemies. As fitting a name as any, to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. She's got, like, the bull armor. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. So cool, because it's straight representative of a certain other bull. The Bull of Alamigo. Even though it's, you know, not Alamiga and it's Uldan, but still. Hey, each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they're doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us slay these blasphemies that plague our homelands. I guess we got a lot of killing to do before dinner? Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. Oh, great. We gotta memorize all of these. She's really cool. You can just tell just by looking at her character. They designed her well. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You have gained access to the role quests for Endwalker. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical, and healer roles. To undertake these quests, speak with any of the delegates and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective lands. Okay, nice! So this is like the role quests in Shadowbringers to defeat the sinless. And so we only have really one open at the moment because we're tank, but if we switch to the other roles, we'd have to do that. We'd have to do a lot of leveling to do all of these and to help save all of that. That'd be so many streams of just leveling, so. Physical range finally gets its own. The Sin Eaters. Yeah, the Sinless Sin Eaters. They're so sinless. That's why they're spotless, white as snow. So, I've got so many role quests to do. All the role quests. But I'm trying to balance MSQ and all this other sorts of stuff. It's okay. It's okay. Pray forgive Shur about her rudeness. I thought she's like, sometimes I think when people are super cool, a little rudeness kind of goes a long way, so. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it's simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You'll be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mayhang? I know Razat Han like the back of my hand. I have a terrible sense of direction. We have a map, and we have Lalas. I think we're okay. We'll figure it out. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant host, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Razat Han in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Ahwan's legacy and serve Master Vitra well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain.